Hey guys, what's up? This is Rogue Rage here from Team Final Turn. I'm along here with my buddy Chris, and today we're going to be giving you our first deck profile. I know I said I like to go Rogue, thus the name Rogue Rage, but today we're doing something a little bit different if you couldn't tell by the Maelstrom playmat. I actually started off Vanguard with Aquaforce. I thought they were pretty cool. They had a trial deck so they were cheap, so it was pretty awesome. I kind of abandoned them for the Rogues, but through watching the anime, I discovered Maelstrom Reverse. I'm sure we all remember Dark Cloud Sacrifice, and I fell in love again. So I decided to build a deck, and I'm sure Chris could vouch for this. It hits pretty hard. It's still in its baby stages, but yeah, so far it's pretty consistent. Pulling off fourth attack isn't too hard. There's a few things I want to change that I'll mention as we go. So yeah, let's start. As our starter, we have Blue Storm Cadet Marios. I like this guy because he's not your traditional grade 3 searcher. He's a specific Maelstrom searcher. His skill is pretty easy to pull off as well. His skill, if you don't know, is on the third attack. If it's the third attack or more, that he boosts your Vanguard, you get to search the top 5 of your deck for a Maelstrom unit. And because all of our grade 3s are Maelstrom units, it's guaranteed to work at least once. So, no grade lock, which is always nice. For our trigger lineup, we are running 4 crit. Disclaimer, I am running rainbows just because Blue Storm only has one set of each trigger. So we're running 4 crit. And although it's not the biggest deal to have Blue Storm requirements in this deck, it's kind of important for cards like Spyros, who I'll show in a little bit, because they need Blue Storm specific counterblast for heal. We're running 2, 3, 4 Stan. I really like the artwork on this guy. He looks badass. And 4 draw. I want to replace the 4 draws with 4 supersonic sailors. If anyone has any extras they want to send to me, feel free and message me because I need them. I want to run 8 crit in this deck because, I don't know, 8 crit's just the shit. I really like running 8 crit. I want to keep the stands. I was running around in my head with the idea of running 6 crit, 6 stand, just to give that extra power and pressure on stand as well. Because after your opponent's unloaded their hand, it's pretty nice to stand and hit again. Off to the grade 1s. I run 4 Perfect Guards. Emerald Shield Paschal. When the Blue Storm Perfect Guard comes out, I'm going to be replacing him with her. I don't think that Quintet Walls are useful as of right now, pre-Legion era, especially in a deck like Maelstrom, which is counterblast heavy. As is, you need a lot of unflippers, which is why Supersonic Sailor is going to be really good for it. If you don't know, his effect is when you put him into the soul, you unflip the damage, so that's an easy unflip if you have him in hand and heavy enough to guard with. But yeah, I'll be running 4 of the Blue Storm Perfect Guards that come out in set 17. Speaking of unflippers, I run 2 Swim Patrol Jellyfish Soldiers. Her effect is when you place her on rearguard circle, you Soul Blast 2, and you unflip up to 2 damage. It's a meh card because of its 5k attack, but the unflipping is really prime. I also run 4 Wheel Assaults. If you don't know his effect, it's Counterblast 1 at the end of this battle that this unit boosted. If you have an Aquaforce Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose 2 of your Aquaforce Rearguards and exchange their positions. This guy's really useful in the sense that we have cards for Aquaforce in order to get that 4th attack off from Maelstrom's effect that restand after attacking. It keeps them safe by forcing them back into the back row, so if your opponents have things that snipe them or they want to attack them to get rid of that pressure, you just switch them out and you keep them safe. I run 4 of the 10k grade 1s. They're 7k and they're effective when you have a Blue Storm Vanguard. They get plus 3,000. That's Blue Storm Marine General Hermes. He's just a solid card to have because 10k at grade 1 is pretty solid. It can hit some grade 2 columns if you're grade locked. If your opponent's playing an older deck, it can still hit some grade 3, so it's solid. That's really all. It gives some nice pressure late game. Now onto the grade 2s. I run 3 Teardrop Marine General Carlos's, and I don't run them just because my name's Carlos, even though it's pretty badass. I run him because his effect is when he hits, you get to unflip a damage. Unflipping is great, as we know, because Maelstrom. Just because Maelstrom. I run 4 Tidal Assaults. This is the guy that, after he attacks, your Vanguard doesn't have to hit, which is why it's really awesome as well. After he attacks, you restand him and he gets minus 4,000, but it helps pull off that cheap 4th attack because swing with him boosted or unboosted, whatever makes you happy. Swing for 9, send him again, swing again. Doesn't have to hit. Swing with your second column, and then call him back if you boosted. Call him back here, and then you swing with your Vanguard, and that's your 4th attack. So, really good card. He's kind of like a Benedict clone, but grade 2, much more efficient. Next I run 4 Blue Storm Marine General Spiroses. This guy's pretty solid. He restands if it's the first or second battle of your turn. You just have to do that 1 counterblast, which it has to be a Blue Storm. I haven't really come across any problems with him in the sense of consistency and not running all Blue Storms. Just there's not enough Blue Storm support to make fully Blue Storm viable yet. Haven't come across problems with that yet. Pretty much you just use the Blue Storm Counterblast for him, get him to restand, and then any non-Blue Storm Counterblast can be used up by Maelstrom units. Next, onto our grade 3s. I run 2 Blue Storm Dragon Maelstrom. I'm not personally the biggest fan of this card. I honestly think he slows down the deck a little bit. Getting that plus 2k is nice because it's consistent. Gives you a better base if you're playing a deck that saps power or anything like that. But at the same time, so far, he kind of slows down the deck. I'm thinking about switching 2 of him out for 2 Glory Maelstroms in the meantime before Demetrius comes out, because Demetrius is definitely going to be the break ride I run with Maelstrom Reverse. His effect, if you don't know, is when his attack hits, if it's the 4th battle of this turn or more, you get to counterblast 1 and draw a card after destroying an opponent's rear guard. So it's nice, but I think it's just kind of slows down the deck, and Maelstrom Reverse does his effect better. I guess if you like the cross ride power, that's personal preference. Next, I run 2 Glory Maelstroms. Like I said, thinking about bumping up to 4 till Demetrius comes out. This guy's a really good card. Underrated in my opinion. His effect is you counterblast 1. It's his ultimate break, sorry, so that's 5 damage or more. Well, if you have any more than 5, you lose. But his effect is, his ultimate break is that he gains plus 3,000. Sorry, he gains plus 5,000 for the cost of a counterblast of any unit. So those non-Blue Storm damages that you have, use those for this guy. And when you counterblast, your opponent loses the ability to guard with grade 1s or higher from the hand. So it's kind of nice because no perfect guards, and everyone loves to depend on perfect guards. So yeah, screws up their game plan. He also gets another 2,000 if he has Maelstrom in the soul. So, and on to my personal favorite card. I run 4 Blue Storm Karma Dragon Maelstrom Reverse. Artwork on this guy is sick. This guy is one of the most fun cards to play, hands down. His effect is Limit Break 4. You lock. Alright. You have to counterblast 1, rest 1, so you have to keep something on the field unrested, untapped I mean. So that's kind of important. A lot of the times so far what I've been doing is I've been leaving my booster, which is usually Mario's, in the back. I leave him untapped. You attack, it has to be the 4th attack battle of this turn or more, and he gains the ability of gaining plus 5,000 and plus 2 crit, plus 1 crit, sorry. He gains plus 1 crit, and if your opponent guards the attack, you get to destroy one of their rear guards and draw a card. That's Dark Cloud Sacrifice. If he doesn't get guarded, then you're hitting for at least 2 crit to the face, and no one likes taking at least 2 crit to the face, especially when I'll be running 8 crit triggers, because then it's good game, I guess. After him, I like riding over with Glory Maelstrom, just because this guy whittles down your opponent's hand, and then Glory Maelstrom comes in for the big swing, and then game over. Like I said, the deck's still in its infant stages. I plan to do more with it. It just came out, just started with it. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions about how I could fix up the deck, what you would change, I'm welcome to comments, welcome to suggestions. Doesn't mean I'm going to go with them, but, you know, I'll read the comments. I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. It was my first one, and we hope to be giving you more. Next, I hope to be doing, I want to say my Great Nature deck. Maybe I'll do my Grand Blue just because Grand Blue. And this is Rogue Rage checking out along with my buddy Chris, and we'll see you guys. Bye.
Bye.